Hello and welcome back to more Saving Bournemouth with me, Mr. Grantu here, and it's very hot today. It's incredibly hot, which I guess is a sort of recreation of what it's like to be if I was actually on Bournemouth Beach. So, it's appropriate, even though I think I'm right in saying Dean Court is not actually in Bournemouth. It's in the other town, sort of down the road, whose name escapes me. Anyway, we're back, and we're going to try and continue to save Bournemouth. We didn't get very far last time. An hour of me obviously introducing everything, going through all the stuff, but that's kind of what you do at the start of a save. And we only got through a few days, but we're going to go quite a bit further this time through pre-season, sort out some transfers, and probably, hopefully, play the first league game of the season. We will have to see if that is possible. Now, in the meantime, in between, only thing I've done is I've set up individual training for all the players who are here and are also fit. Because this is quite a slow, boring thing. Basically, just put them as training on the positions and roles that they're actually going to be playing, because I think that seems the most sensible thing to do. Not going to leave this. I'm going to leave their focus for now, because I think that's just kind of, there's no one who really necessarily needs to work on anything major. We'll get to that as we sort of go. Now, in between these sort of few minutes since I recorded the last one, what I want to do actually is, I think we need to sign, if possible, a fullback or wingback who can play on either side. And the one I'm going to look at, not necessarily going to sign him, is a sort of go-to option in terms of youngsters this year. Aaron Hickey at Hearts. He's 17 years old. Nothing crazy, but he usually has decent potential, and I think he could be a good option for us. He is either-footed, which I really like. Whether we get him in or not, we'll have to see, but we can certainly scout him. Something we can do. So we are going to be waiting for our scout reports to come back, but we are, of course, about to do a friendly against ASK Eberistorf, probably something like that. And I kind of just sort of, I don't want to have to play it, because a lot of our players are still on holiday, and I just can't be bothered, but then I don't really want anyone to get injured, which is kind of, it's a gamble. We're going to take the gamble. I'm going to be a gambling man, and we're going to put Jason Tyndall in charge for this one. I might have done it too late. We might have to do it anyway. Nope, it's going to go. Right, just pray that we don't get any major injuries. There's only one news article, which means we haven't. We've won 3-0. Wilson, Sermon. No one got injured. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff. You love to see it. Really, really good. Now, everyone should be back for the next friendly. I think Lerma's on holiday, and so on. So we should be able to get all of those guys back. I'm just going to give everyone. Why can't I make them rest? Why can I not rest them? Is someone else not here? That's weird. Anyway, just sort of make sure that hopefully no one gets injured between now and then. And we should all be fine. It's just the downside of pre-season. I just don't want anyone to get injured. Kevin Hunt's joined us as a scout, which will help, because we need to start getting some scout reports back. We are going to be getting some back in 2 days, but there's a lot more players I want scouted. So, this guy's got a bid on him. 2 of them have got a bid on him. Amin Younes has got a bid from Napoli, and Moralanes has got a bid from Watford. What is this? I think we're going to have to match the bid. I'm assuming this is a loan bid, right? Or is it a permanent bid? Well, it's a loan bid, right? Okay. So, let's just, £9,000 a week is pretty good. That's pretty good. Get rid of these 2 things. Don't want that in there. But then let's just match Watford's bid. Because then we'd have to sort of, even if we don't end up getting him in, at least we've matched their bid. This is a loan bid as well, this guy. Natural fitness of 9 is a concern, but he's pretty good as well overall. Pretty good, although we did look up he's got a fairly strong left foot. That's quite good, right? Again, if this is reasonable, that's not reasonable. 46 grand a week, and then a compulsory 5.25 million. No, we're not getting him in. In fact, we're just going to cancel that, because I'm not paying that. So we'll cancel this scout report. Not interested in that. But the other guy, Moralanes, Moralanes? That's not his name. Morlanes. This is going to be fun. Trying to read names live. Well, at least match Watford's bid, because he's not very much money, and we can just cancel it if he wants to join in. We have better options, so it just makes sense rather than missing out. We triggered Aaron Ramsdale's contract extension. He is going to be staying for at least another year, which is good, even though he's not an academy graduate like I thought he was. That's a little bit of a disappointment. But can we get some scout reports back before the next friendly? That'll be good, just so I can start getting some midfielders in case someone gets injured in the next friendly, or one of the other ones after that, which is probably gonna happen, probably inevitable. I think that's going to be the biggest issue this season, because we have so many players out already. It kind of looks like we might be. Well, we need to improve the facilities, I think, before we can sort of safeguard a bit more against injuries, but that's not something we can necessarily do anytime quickly. Philip Billing, he's back from holiday, and we're going to probably train him as a Mazzala for now, because he's already a natural as a box-to-box. And here we go, some scout reports are back. Sandro Tonali, not particularly interested. We can't afford him. They don't want to sell him anyway, but one for the future. We'll keep an eye on him. We probably will never get him. Jamie Shackleton is a bit pricey. He's interested though. He could be an option. Not entirely sure. Cyprian. Now this is, now we're talking. He's a bit more in our price range. Big matches, consistent performer. I like that a lot. Not great at marking, but we don't really need him necessarily to be in the position he'll play, because he'll be a Mazzala. Yeah, I think he could be an option, Cyprian. A little bit pricey, but not too bad. Josh Da Silva, again, not quite Premier League level, but he's got a lot of positives, not many negatives. Price could be a bit steeper. Wages look good though. Could be an option. Again, we'll shortlist him. And then Kovalenko, potentially susceptible to injuries. I mean, I'm never really sure about that. He's never had an injury, according to this, ever. I think that, 4.2 to 5.75, very low wages. He's championship level. There's a lot of positives here. He could be the one, actually, in terms of the sort of Mazzala role. Viktor Kovalenko, he could be the one. He looks really good. Let's put a bid in for him. What was the lowest one? 4.2. We'll go 4.5. Absolutely get rid of this. You only need to get rid of one. Percentage of profit from next sale. Remove and exclude that. You don't need to put the other one in, because as long as you've excluded that, they won't put it in. We'll make an offer and see what comes back from that. We've still got plenty of other players who we're scouting. They're all on hold. Why are they all on hold? Hickey's got 4. So we're scouting Hickey. Kevin Hunt's gone, I'll pick the one from the bottom of the list and scout him. Everyone else, why is Stuart Harvey's doing all of them? We've got 4 scouts. Talk about hogging the work, Stuart. Why can't these boys do it? What are you doing, Stuart? This is not helpful. Really not helpful. It's kind of like, should I just cancel the assignments and then start them again? I'm going to cancel Aya, because we can't. There's no way we'll be able to afford him, realistically. But I would like to know the rest of them. Well, let's just go forwards. Hopefully, it will sort itself out. Hopefully, Stuart Harvey will be like, oh yeah, let's actually do that. Actually do some scouting. In terms of, have we got any other staff members coming in? We've approached Philip Giles. The board have approached Philip Giles as our director of football. Again, stealing people from Brentford. Big fan of that one. Very big fan of that one. Did we get all the coaches we wanted? I kind of went through it quite quickly. I think because there was that guy from Brentford, but I don't think we went for him, did we? Because his wage demands were too high. I think we got everyone we wanted, and it's looking a lot healthier now. Much healthier in terms of the old bar graph. Not bad. We could get some more scouts in. That will probably be sensible, because obviously we've got, what's his face? Stuart Harvey's doing all the work, and we could get 2 more. We could get 2 more physios in as well. This guy's wanted by Arsenal, so we're probably not going to be able to get him in at this stage, although he would be quite good. We've got this guy at West Brom. is very adaptable, but his other mentals aren't great. Again, I don't think it really matters too much for medical roles, but I would still like to get them in. You know, if we could do, having some decent mental attributes. Ben Clarkson from Southend here, should be able to get him in. He's interested, get him in. And we got one more who we can get in. I think, just from a financial perspective, I'd like them to be English, just so then we'd have to pay for a language course. Robin Sadler from Derby, he wants to be a head physio though, which I'm not going to do right now. I think we'll leave that for now. But anyway, scouts, let's get a few more scouts in, because we've got a backlog of scouting reports needed. So let's get some more scouts in to try and help with that one. Got Malcolm Elias, but I know from experience he always wants to be a director of football, which doesn't really help us. This guy, Danny Salas at Leeds, 14 and 14. Wait, hang on. There were loads of people on here. Have I got something else ticked or something? Oh, I've got judging staff ability. That's why. I was like, what? Hang on. There was like loads of people on here now. The answer, as will be the answer to literally everything as we go through this save, is because I'm an idiot. That's the explanation we need. Right, we've got... Did we get the guy in from... I've not been playing this for very long. Not really paying attention. Not really being particularly impressive at all in this one, am I? Right, did we... Right, so we got this guy in from Perugia. So we don't really need anyone else who is Italian. We got this guy in from... He's got good coverage of Portugal, Brazil and Argentina. Obviously Stuart Harvey and Kevin Hunt, who are just hogging all the work. So ideally, I want someone from Spain, someone from France maybe. So that guy from Leeds, who we were just on, maybe him. We've got Gabby Ruiz, who is wanting to be the chief scout, so no. Could maybe persuade him otherwise, but I'm not really bothered. Soren Lerby, got some good knowledge of Scandinavia. Does he want to be a scout? He does, but his wage demands are far too unreasonable. Not about that. I guess we're going to have to go down to 14s. Unless we want to sign all these guys from Italy. But I don't want too many Italians in. Right, Danny Salas, who we were looking at a minute ago. He's interested. Get him in. He'll do for now. And then probably one more. Is there anyone reasonable? This guy, oh, he's got some good knowledge. Luke Nillis, he wants to be a coach, but we can probably persuade him to be a scout if I lock this in. And then it's not unreasonable. 4-year deal, he's fine with that. I think he's got some good country knowledge there that will help us. And then this guy, I'm not going to go for anyone that's got a bid on them because I don't want to then have to come back and do it again. That will do. 2 more scouts. Not too bad. Right, Torino have put a bid in for Kovalenko, which is annoying. 4.7 million rising to 6 million. So we're probably going to need to up our offer at some point soon. We've got another friendly to play. Ryan Fraser signed a new contract though. That's good news. We've got this guy in as director of football, Philip Giles. I've never heard of him, but I'm very excited. Very excited to work with him. I'm going to just go through this friendly and just hope no one gets injured again. That would be bad if it happened. We've won the game 3-1. Did anyone get injured? No. Right, brilliant. That's fine. That one's done. 3-1 win. Harry Wilson, Andrew Sermon, and Josh King with the goals, and Chris Mepham. Wait, no. Harry Wilson's the player of the match. He didn't score, but he did get 13 crosses completed, which is good. Anyway, this is what I said about rambling. Right, Kovalenko. We know Torino have put a bid in. They want 7.5 million. Has Torino's bid been accepted? Is there any way to sort of see? We don't actually know if it's been accepted yet. But, it has. They're in talks with him. Right, we want to... Let's see if we can get a bid accepted and then outmatch them. We've got 12.75 million, which is reasonable. I don't want to then necessarily spend all of that. What did we bid before? We bid like 4.5. Let's go. We'll go with 5, and then I'm going to just sort of we'll just do suggest terms. So they want 7, we'll go 5.5. I think 6.5 is reasonable. But what about 6? They're fine with 6. Okay, 6 million. Takeover rumours, not to be believed. I mean, we've been here for a week. Imagine if he gets sacked in a board takeover immediately. Right, Kovalenko, he wants a squad player, and he doesn't want much money. I think we kind of want to give him a bit more, though, because of the bid from Torino. I mean, what would you choose if you're a young Ukrainian midfielder? Turin or Bournemouth? It's a difficult choice. It's a difficult choice. He wants increased status. Squad player, regular starter, important player. To be honest with you, he'd probably start this year. He may well start this year. So if we give him regular starter and then important player by then, see if he goes for that. He loves it. He loves it. Right. Contract. Yearly wage rise. No. Never doing that. Always bad. 4-year deal. I'd like 5 years, but I think 4 years will do for now. 22,000. I mean, that's really good. I'm going to actually up it to 24 because I think I want him to sign. And I want to try and lower this down, actually, because this obviously comes out of the transfer budget. We don't want that. So we'll lower that down to 500,000. In fact, no. 350,000, but we've upped his wage. And we'll put a nice little bonus in here as well. Team of the Year bonus. 200,000. See if he goes for that one. Absolutely loves it. Probably could have gone with lower, but that's good. Right, I wanted to sort of sweeten the deal a bit for him because we got the offer on the table from Torino. You know, reasonable Serie A side, probably a bigger club than Bournemouth. We wanna kind of, you know, sort of not give him too much, not give him something unsustainable, but potentially make sure we see them off too. Right, any more scout reports coming in? Stuart Harvey, he's still hogging all of them. He's hogging all of them. Stuart, what are you doing, mate? These are the ones I want, really. These are some of the ones I want. Well, actually, no, Sangare I'm interested in. If we can get a report back for him, that would be nice. Right, Salas has got another bid on him. Ben Clarkson, though, is joining. Improving the physios. Fantastic. Getting a Clarkson in. That's never going to cause any problems whatsoever. But that's brilliant. Morlanas, we have not got the scout report back for him, but he's chosen to go to Watford instead. So you've rejected one club that got relegated and you're going to a team who also got relegated. Enjoy it. Brilliant. Enjoy yourself, mate. You're dead to me. Luke Nillis has joined though, so we've got someone else can help out Stuart with all the scouting. That would be appreciated if he could do that, because I want these reports back. Aaron Hickey, we've got a report back for him, even though we asked him to be scouted after everyone else. A lot of potential though. He's currently only a League One level, but he's a really good option for the future, and he could play a squad role this year. Nothing in terms of wages, but they're not looking to sell him, which means it's probably going to cost quite a bit. I'll go 500,000, and then I'm going to put in, after 50 games, we'll give you another 500,000. And in terms of sell-on percentage, we'll give you nothing. We'll just bid that, see what they say. See what they say. Right. I want these other scout reports back, because we need another midfielder. And that's assuming we get Kovalenko, who we may not actually get. We may not actually get him in. And now, I meant training last time I mentioned, obviously we just left Jason Tyndall, our assistant, in charge of that because not interested. Generally speaking, your assistant manager is pretty good when it comes to doing general training. They know what they're doing. It's more or less fine. And obviously at the start we set up individual training. You know, that's really what we're worried about for now. Pre-season, get these signings in and then just make sure fitness is pretty good as we go into the first league game. We could maybe do another friendly. We've obviously only got 2 left. But we'll see what happens. Right, the bid's been rejected for Hickey, and Hearts are... he wants the move. He's unhappy now because the move's been rejected, which is good. Daniel Stendhal admits he could go. I'm going to be nice about this. And I'm going to say, not going to discuss details of the transfer yet, but clearly they want a bit more money. So let's just offer 1 million up front and get rid of this. Just offer £1 million. I mean, it's Hearts. They got relegated as well, didn't they, in real life? They got relegated unfairly, but they got relegated. So, I mean, just sell me your best prospect, Hearts. Just give him to me. Right, more reports back. John Swift, not a glowing recommendation. Doesn't enjoy big matches, but then that might not be the worst thing this season. I don't know. Reasonable option. Ronaldo Vieira, too expensive for now, but one for the future. Could be a good player to pick up as he is English. Kind of a bit forgotten about, but English player at Sampdoria is good. Brian Haynen could be really good, but far too expensive for now, but one for the future. Svanberg. Now he's interesting, not many cons, good work rate, speaks English, consistent performer, only 20. Not the craziest attributes yet, but it would be pretty cheap. And a natural Mazzala as well. If we can't get Kovalenko, then we might get Svanberg in. I think he could be a good pickup. Zagreb, not the craziest recommendation. And he's apparently going to fail to get a work permit even after an appeal, which obviously is not ideal. But some good positives there. Again, a little bit expensive. Probably a bit too much money for what I'd like to pay. Love his attributes though. Really nice attributes. Could basically play every position we need him to. I mean, dribbling of 12, finishing of 13 as well. He's really nice. I think we got to go for him. Going to declare interest first of all. Try and unsettle him a bit. 8.25 million. Love to make him part of the team. Now, if Kovalenko gets done, that's obviously £6 million. So we've got about 6 million on top of that. We could do a structured deal with instalments. He's not necessarily set on it. He's not bothered too much, but he hasn't said no. And obviously Hickey, they've rejected £1 million. What do you want for him? 13.25? Well, I mean, that's out of the question, isn't it? That's out of the question. Hopefully he gets upset and puts in a transfer request. He's a bit upset, but not completely upset. Well, I'm not paying 13.25 million for him. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Salas has rejected us. Just full on rejected us. Full on rejection today. Really disappointing to see that one from a guy I've never heard of, but I think I'll get over it. Right, can we get a response from Toulouse yet? Can we get a response from Toulouse? Jordan Ives' contract is expiring in, I think he's been released in real life, hasn't he? It's kind of weird starting a new save at the end of the season, but that's what we're going to do. We're replaying this season. We're fixing Bournemouth's season. I don't really want to renew his contract right now because he's not very good. If he impresses me, then we will. Yes, he's a bit of value, but he's on quite a bit of money anyway. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Right, so where do we stand at the moment? We need two midfielders. We're getting Kovalenko in, hopefully. He'll pick us. We want someone else in too. Maybe Sangare. Maybe not. We've got some more options as well. And then we need a winger, ideally as well. But that's going to be on loan. And again, we haven't got the reports back for that yet either. So let's just go on. Let's just keep going. And see if we can get some sort of response and some sort of just something. Any actual information from our employees doing their job. Collective bonuses will go for the middle one. Because we're not really particularly flush with cash at the moment. And we're about to spend money on players, hopefully. So can't be offering too much in terms of bonuses. And, well, what have we got here? Nothing. Oh, no. I say nothing. Something. Kovalenko's move has been delayed due to a work permit, which means that he has chosen us rather than Torino, which is good. Right, Viktor Kovalenko is going to be joining us as long as he gets a work permit. Our scout said he would get one, so hopefully he actually will, and then we can get someone in at least. That would be good. That would be good. Right, Sangare. Have they just... Did they reject it? Because he's not on here. Or did we not actually bid for him? Have I just been sitting here thinking... I've just been sitting waiting for them to respond. We never actually put a bid in, did we? We declared interest, but we never actually put a bid in. That's just genius level stuff. Right, we'll go 5 million. I'm just going to go with this. Right, so they want 14.25. We could negotiate that, but obviously I didn't exclude the percentage of next sale, so we'll leave that for now. Let's just get Kovalenko in, get the other scout reports back, and then, right, there we go. He's been granted a work permit. Brilliant stuff. 6.25 million will be subtracted from the budget, which means we've got 6.5 million left. And, yep, Viktor Kovalenko. Welcome to Bournemouth. You've chosen Bournemouth over Torino, which, I mean, instant fan favourite. Instant fan favourite. He's a champion. He won the Ukrainian Premier League with Shakhtar in 2019. Intensive language course, send him on that. B rating from the fans. That's good. I'll take that. Andrew Sermon, talk to him. Make him feel welcome. I think that's a pretty good signing. Lots of nice attributes. Nothing crazy, but pretty well rounded. I think he could fit in very nicely indeed into the team. We'll get him training in the role that he already knows, but let's train him on shooting. Get that up a little bit if we can. Yeah, no, I'm pretty pleased with that. That's a good piece of business, I think. Good option for us. And we need to register the squad now as well. Now, I didn't think about this. This could be an issue. We've got quite a lot of players apparently, but obviously most of them are injured. So, like David Brooks, he's out for 10 months. So there's no point in registering him because he's not going to be able to play. So I'll put Kovalenko in here. We have actually got loads of spaces anyway. And we've got so many British players, or so many English players, that we don't need to worry about that. So we've got 4 spots anyway. Danjuma is going to be out for 5 months, so probably won't be back. Will he be back? Let's do some basic calendar maths here. We can probably register him in January, but like Stanislas, there's no point registering because he will not be able to play. Same with Brooks. Lloyd Kelly is under 21 anyway, so we don't need to register him at all. Daniels obviously won't be playing. Adam Smith will be back. He's already been registered anyway, so that's fine. We'll put in Danjuma, but he's probably not going to be back, so it's largely irrelevant. But these 3 boys will definitely not be playing, so there's no point wasting a spot on them. And yeah, are we going to get these scout reports back? That's what I want to know right now. Title odds, 14th, obviously, 350 to 1. Not quite as bad as Leicester. Not quite as bad as Leicester, but still not crazy. We're not predicted to go down. I think that's probably quite fair because I think that no one necessarily was predicting Bournemouth to go down. No one really thought it was out of the question, but no one was predicting them to go down. Now, Sam Saurage is a player we've not talked about. He's done well in training. He is actually a Bournemouth Academy grad, and he's reasonable. Could play a role this season, although we do have 4 strikers, so maybe not. Right, we've got the friendly against Dinamo Zagreb tomorrow, which I do actually think I want to play. I'm going to do the last 2 friendlies myself because I want to make sure that the squad is as fit as possible. What little players we actually do have who are fit. But yeah, we want to get another player in. Let's just think about it. We've got Lewis, I don't know why I'm on this screen. So we've got Kovalenko now, who I think is just going to come in and be the Mazzala. Billing can play there as well. Billing can kind of play all 3 roles. Cook and Lerma. Sermon can sort of do okay. But we need to get someone else in. Because, realistically, long-term Sermon and Gosling aren't really necessarily going to be staying around. So, yeah, I don't mind buying someone else. Whether we get someone as a Mazzala and we use Billing more for this role, or whether we get someone more for this role and then or just someone that can kind of play all 3. That's why I like Sangare, because he can kind of play all 3 roles. I want to try and get him in. I do think we can probably do it if we sort of structure the deal, but he probably won't get a work permit. That's kind of the issue. We'll go with 5 million, and then we'll use some instalments. We'll go with instalments of 3 million on top, and then this time I'm going to exclude this. Let's see what they say. They want 6.5 and 4.8. Okay, right, they're talking. That's reasonable. I want this to be 5. I'm fine with 4 in instalments. They want 6.5. Okay. 5 million extra. 10 million in total. We'll go with that. They've accepted it. The problem is going to be, obviously, he will not get a work permit. Also, we appear to have the wage budget's gone, because obviously we renewed Ryan Fraser's contract, didn't we? So I thought we had more money than that, though. I thought we had more money than that. We might have to go over that a bit. Otherwise, what we'll have to do is just get someone in on loan, and then obviously we can shuffle the transfer budget into the wage budget. Obviously, that's what we're planning on doing with a winger. We could get Robert Snodgrass. He's actually quite good. Anyway, before we look at Sangare's contract, let's just clear this. We'll see what midfielders we can get in on loan, because again, that might be an option rather than getting Sangare in now when we can't necessarily afford his wages. We've got about 1 million that we could put into the wage budget, because we would only need 5 million for the transfer, but I don't want to sort of leave us with nothing spare in case people want new contracts during the season. So let's see who's available on loan. We could bring in Jack Wilshere on loan again. Bit of a throwback there, but probably not. Let's just go down a bit and see. I mean, James Garner, maybe. Marcus Antonio probably won't get a work permit, but he's a good player for the future. Alex Teti, probably not. We don't really want to be getting players in on loan from teams who are going to be competing with us for relegation. I don't think that would really be particularly sensible. Again, there's no one like jumping out at me, but I am just looking at players who I've heard of. So let's sort by attributes. I'll put some key ones in here. Work rate, passing, marking and tackling, positioning, and then dribbling, and maybe long shots as well. Put it down to 12, just see who comes up. 5 people, which is great. We've got Recchio, who is really good apart from his 8 pace, which instantly puts me off him. Brazilians and Serbians won't get a work permit, so there's no point. Put it down to 11. Matty Longstaff. But the problem is, obviously, we can only get one player in on loan from another Premier League team, because we've already got Harry Wilson on loan, which kind of puts pay to that. Ben Osborne again, but it'll be the same thing. And I'm thinking the wing is going to probably be on loan from the Premier League. So, I don't know. Jando Fuchs is reasonable. Not great. I mean, this guy, Ander Itersape from Espanyol. Natural fitness is a concern, but everything else looks alright. Could be a decent option if he's got reasonable wages. It's tricky. Sangare would be perfect, but it's just whether we can necessarily afford it. Let's get rid of long shots. And then see if anyone else comes up. Ramirez. Bring Ramirez back to the Premier League. I mean, actually, he would cost way what? I just want to see what it is. Yeah, no. No thanks. I'll pass on that one. Benny Banegami, actually. Now, this could be the answer. The problem is he's from another Premier League team, but he is... It's not anything crazy, but he's very sort of solid and can play all the roles pretty well. He could be an option. But, again, that would then mean that the winger I want to get in can't be from the Premier League, because we can only get 2 players in for the Premier League, and we've already got Harry Wilson. So, ideally we get Sangare in, and then we get in one of the guys from the Premier League on loan, maybe Jack Hanbash, or maybe let's cancel Moralenas because we can't get him in anyway because he's gone to Watford. Yeah, Angel Gomez maybe. I don't know. It's tricky. It is tricky. Right, let's just go forwards. Sangare's contract negotiation. He wants a lot of money. And he wants quite an increased status. We'll go with that. He wants to be an important. I don't necessarily think he'll ever will be an important player, but that is what he wants. So I guess we'll give him that for now. Get Giles to suggest the offer. Of course, the issue with him as well is that he will probably fail to get a work permit, which is obviously annoying. He's going to want too much. He wants too much money. I don't think it's not going to work because he wants too much money. Oh, this is difficult. Let's put some bonuses in here. And then, yeah, if we win the Premier League, I'll give you... You can have £1 million. I can't even give you £1 million. Anyway, I'll give you £1 million if we win the Premier League. Right, brilliant. It's not... Oh, he's not interested. Like, it's not unreasonable in the sense that I wouldn't pay it generally, but it is unreasonable in the sense that I don't really want to pay it now, and that we can't really afford it now. You see what I mean? So he's not even gonna accept it. Like, we can't even afford the signing on bonus because it comes out the transfer budget. Like, let's just go with this. Get rid of that. He's not interested. Right, well, that was fine. We'll leave him on the shortlist. Maybe in January he could be the option. But not for now. Not for now. Right. Can we get these scout reports back, please, for these other players? That would be nice. We've got to play Dinamo Zagreb in a minute, which is... I'm not about that life right now. Right, auto number. Why are you not doing anything? Okay, that's weird. We've submitted the numbers apparently. Okay. I don't think I did anything, did it? Oh well. Right, we're going to play a game. It's called a Preseason friendly against Dinamo Zagreb. And that means we need to sort out the bench, which is annoying. Hopefully, though, we can avoid any injuries, particularly to our new signings. Can we bring Harry Arter back? I just want to bring Harry Arter back. I wouldn't need anyone else if we could just bring Harry Arter back. I don't know. Right, sort all this out. Get everyone that's actually here on the bench. Everyone that's not... I mean, look at the amount of injuries that we have is horrendously bad. I feel for Eddie Howe. I really do. Right, we're going to play this friendly. We've got one more friendly coming up, and then we will play the first game against Wolves, I think. Hopefully, maybe. And then we'll sort out the transfers as well. Get another winger in on loan, and get another midfielder in, probably on loan as well. I expect nothing but a win against a team that have been in the Champions League in this pre-season friendly. Let's get to it. We need to sort this out while we're here, actually. Actually, it seems to have remembered my preferences for the first time ever. 2D Classic, key highlights. We'll put this up a little bit because I don't want it too slow. Well, that's probably... Yeah, we'll go with that. That's probably fine. And then, yeah, actually, it's remembered my preferences. I'm very much shocked. Now, this game is just sort of all about... If we can win it, cool. We have won our other friendlies, but then they've been against low division Austrian sides. But it's just about, let's get through it, survive, make sure everyone's fitness is pretty good before the start of the new season. And hopefully everything can be fine. Nothing is happening. Hopefully not a sign of things to come as we get into the actual league games. But thrilling stuff at the moment. Really brilliant. Amazing. That was disappointing. We didn't see anything. Here we go. Here's a highlight. Callum Wilson on the ball. We need to zoom in a little bit. Jack Stacey plays it forward. Kovalenko, new signing on the ball. Great pass from him. Brilliant. Justifying the fee there. He's working it nicely. Finds Wilson. Diego Rico. Can he find the ball in? He can. Kovalenko with a fantastic shot that didn't go in, but you know, he's trying. He's all over the place. It's all action from him, which we love to see at the moment. Authoritative from Ramsdale as well. It's brilliant stuff so far. Enthralling, thrilling play from the boys. Jack Stacey working hard, and Kovalenko on the ball again. If he can get a goal here in his debut, in a friendly, not a real debut, that would be really nice. But not at the moment. I think we need to make some subs because obviously it's just fitness is all we're concerned about. I want to sub off everyone just to give everyone else more game time, but I don't think we have enough players to necessarily do that at the moment. This will be good to actually see what we do have. So right, Bournemouth is going to come on for Ramsdale if it will let me do it. Mepham for Ake. Josh King I'm going to have to play on the wing, I guess. Probably left wing for now with Ibe on the right. Jack Simpson for the other defender whose name escapes me. Steve Cook, obviously. Philip Billing is going to come in. Sermon's going to come in as well. I'm going to have to leave out what's his face, Kovalenko, for the time being. We only have one left back, obviously, until we get the guy, you know, the one from Bristol City. He's injured. What's his name? As we've gone behind. Morrow scores for Zagreb. Brilliant stuff. I've completely forgotten his name. The left back, Lloyd Kelly. There we go. Until he comes back from injury, we're going to have to rely on Diego Rico, which is good. I like Rico. I think he's a perfectly good player. I don't know why he wasn't used more by Bournemouth. But I say that. His tackling's terrible and his marking's terrible too. And his passing's not great. But he'll do. But yeah, that's why I wanted to get Hickey in, because we're kind of a little bit short in the fullback area. But anyway, we're losing this one, and we're near. Well, we didn't go 2-0 down. Arguably should have gone 2-0 down there, but he was offside, and it's a disappointing defeat. Maybe I should just leave Jason Tindall in charge for all the friendlies, because that was poor. Very poor. Not great, boys. Not great. But it's pre-season. It doesn't matter. It's just an exercise in keeping players fit. Anyway, right, here's the scout reports. Rasmus Falk, who I've kind of discounted, but actually... And he can play on the wings as well, can't he? And then we don't... Because we can play Billing. Obviously, we can play Billing as in either of the other positions. So that's kind of... We have Billing and Lerma, Sermon and Cook. Maybe Falk's the answer. He's not the quickest, but he can play in the wide positions too. He is right-footed, which is not necessarily perfect, but let's just check. He's fairly strong left foot. Rasmus Falk, maybe you're the answer. No issues with work permit, obviously, because he's Danish. We'll go 3.5 million. Again, get rid of this. Let's just go straight to this. They want 5.25, which is release clause, which I wouldn't be against paying, but if I can pay less, that would be good. 4 million. They're fine with less. 4.2. 4.4. 4.5. Let's settle with that. No, they're not. Fine. 4.6, but they've refused to accept it at the moment. Visharan, one for the future, but he's too expensive. Jahakanbash. Obviously, we still probably would need another winger as well. His wages are too big. Obviously, this would be on loan. What do they actually want for him? No, we can't afford that. Muto has already joined Palmeiras, so that was fun. We're not getting him in. Okay. Little bit of a problem then. I mean, Angel Gomez, we still haven't got the report back. We're still not getting the report back for 4 days. What is our scouting department doing? It's priority one. It's priority one. Why are you not doing it? I think we're just going to have to kind of go for it. Physically, he's alright, but not great. What are we talking about? Like 15 grand. Reasonable. Snodgrass, what about him? 40 grand, not reasonable. Not reasonable. Maybe Gomez is the answer. He's not, I think, that pace and acceleration are fine. Balance is terrible. Stamina is pretty bad. I guess you don't need him to be strong to be a winger, but I don't know. He's definitely the raw product, really, isn't he? And he's the highest ranked teams interested are Swansea, Derby and Middlesbrough, which I guess tells you a lot. But he's got the X factor of that flair there. That could be really good. Could be really good. We're up to 46 minutes already, which I said was going to be the sort of limit. I think for transfer episodes, it needs to be an hour. I think Gomez is maybe the option because there's not really anyone else, and he's kind of the only one we can really afford. And even then, £15,000 is not great. What do they want for a Turbe? They want less, but they do want a fee, which I'm not really necessarily keen on either. I think we're going to have to go for Gomez because there's not really anyone else. We'll put a bid in for him. Gomez and Falk. I'd be okay with that. Let's just see if there's anybody else in terms of wingers, particularly in terms of someone for the left-hand side, because that's what we kind of are lacking with all the injuries we have. At least a fairly strong left foot would be ideal. See if there was anyone else at all. I mean, Man or Solomon. He's Israeli though, and therefore probably won't get a work permit. And again, they want quite a lot of cash as well in terms of monthly fee, which I don't really want to have to do. I don't want to pay a fee. I mean, I've discounted Eliasson. He is left-footed though. He's only on £3 a week. But then if Bristol City are trying to get rid of him on loan, then why would we want him in the Premier League? I didn't take out those things today. I didn't take out those things for Angel Gomez either. Oh well, right, I'm going to do this again. Do it again. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Right, there we go. Right. Obviously, I want to wait for scout reports, but I don't know. Let's just compare him with Gomez and sort of see which one seems the most appropriate, really, even without a scout report. Eliasson's clearly the most developed, but then physically Gomez is quicker. Attributes wise, much better crossing from Eliasson, but otherwise they're pretty similar. He's definitely better physically, Eliasson, well, in a sort of well-rounded sense. But actually, yeah, he's just better, isn't he? But then he's older, so probably would be. Neither of them is really great, but I think as a sort of backup winger option, when we're kind of desperate, given all the injuries we have, they could be all right. Obviously, we can't get both. I would just like a scout report on them, so I can kind of use that to guide my judgment. 7.5 or 7.5? No, 7,500 season tickets for the upcoming season have been sold, which is really good considering we only have a capacity of 11,000, which makes me think we actually really, we definitely do need to expand the stadium if we can at the earliest possible opportunity, but probably not anytime soon. Right, anyway, we've got 10 minutes until the hour mark. I'm not doing more than an hour. I wanted to play the first game of the season against Wolves. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Because we've still got a friendly, which I'm probably going to get the assistant manager to do, because obviously that one didn't go very well. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. But I think probably we're not going to get up to the Wolves match. Let's just get this transfer sorted. Let's get Falcon, and then let's get either Gomez or Eliasson in. We'll go through the friendly. I'll probably put Jason Tyndall in charge, and then we'll go up as far as we can to the first game of the season. Right, they're stalling on the bid still. Why? Why are you stalling on the bid? Just don't do that. Don't. Just give me the player. Give me the player. That would be nice. Hopefully they'll just accept it. He's the kind of player that normally gets snapped up by someone else pretty quickly, but doesn't appear to be any other bids at the moment, so hopefully there won't be, and hopefully he'll just choose us, and then that will be fine. I don't mind paying a bit more for him. They've rejected the bid. What? Let's just go 4.8. What are you doing? Fine, we'll just pay his release clause, because if you're going to muck around, I'm not interested. I'm not doing it. Okay, well this has ruined everything then. He wants ridiculous contract. I'm so annoyed I'm missing words out. I want you to be a squad. He wants to be an important player. He wants 50,000. We're not doing this. We're not doing this, Rasmus. That's just ruined everything, hasn't it? I thought he was going to be reasonable. They got the club not being reasonable, you got him not being reasonable, and that's just fantastic. Right, did we shortlist anyone else who's going to be an option, who's actually going to be... What did it say on this, by the way? He wanted 30 grand. What about Svanberg? He's not as good, but he's Scandinavian still. And that's not unreasonable, is it? He could be good, and he's more likely to want to be a backup. Right, 4.1 million for Svanberg. Bologna, let's talk. Loan back length? No, because I need him. Why would I want to loan him back? I'm not buying him for the future, I'm buying him for now. Now they want more money. 4.8 million. 5 million. 5.25. Right, it's the same as what we would have paid for Falk, so I don't mind too much, although he's not as good. And his wages are extremely reasonable. Let's just get rid of this. Or not. I'm just desperate at this point, so we're just gonna have to get him in. 24. We'll give him £26,000, which we can't afford, but we'll give it to him anyway. I would like to. In fact, let's just go 28. Get rid of that, and then you can have Team of the Year bonus. There we go. We can't afford that, but I have no choice. And we'll probably have to get Eliasson in now because we can't afford anything else. It started off so well. Got Kovalenko, that was brilliant. And then, since then, it's just been a disaster. Anyway, right, Angel Gomez, 73 rating. Lots of positives, not many negatives, which is good. Our match against Wolves has been rearranged. That must be because they're in the Europa League. It's just been pushed back to the Sunday. Why is it doing this, by the way? Where's the months? Where are they? There we go. Right. Cool. Have we got a report on Eliasson yet? Yes, he's reasonable. Let's actually compare him to Gomez now. Now we actually have the full information that we need. Okay. Lots of positives about both of them, to be fair. Lots of positives. In fact, he's actually probably better. Oh, I guess we get Eliasson then. And the fact he's only got £3,000 a week would kind of solve our financial issues in terms of the wage budget. So, yeah. I think I'm going to cancel the Gomez one because we won't be allowed to have both. Let's just cancel Gomez. Svanberg and Eliasson, 2 Swedes in the team would be nice. A Ukrainian and 2 Swedes walking into a Bournemouth team, and a relegation battle, I'm assuming, ensues. But let's get these deals done, please. We've got Dover Athletic in a friendly, a bit of a coastal friendly, and we're gonna just leave Jason Tyndall in charge because I don't want to do this right now. Take charge, Jason. Hopefully I didn't do that too late. Hopefully no one gets injured. No, right, Jason's doing it. Let's have a better performance than against Dinamo Zagreb, and comfortable 3-1 win. Harry Wilson's out for 2 weeks though, which is just brilliant as we don't have another left winger. Could not have gone worse. At least he's not too badly injured. But he's going to miss the first game of the season, and that's just brilliant. We won 3-1 though against a team from the National League. When did he get injured? I want to see this. What minute of the game did he get injured? 18th minute, so that could have happened anyway. Jefferson Lerma got a hat-trick. It could have been worse. 2 weeks isn't bad, but he will miss the Wolves game, which obviously is not ideal. Nicholas Eliasson he's gone from being on the loan list at a team in the Championship to he's going to be starting in the Premier League. Right, Gomez has gone to Ipswich, which I'm fine with. Eliasson, well, welcome to Bournemouth. You're not wanted by a Championship side, but we're desperate, so we need to sign you. Right, can we get Svanberg in? You can have a Swedish house share. Eliasson, their fans are pleased. He's reliable cover. They don't know he's going to be starting yet. They don't know that. He's good though, isn't he? He's got some nice attributes. He's pretty solid. Is he Premier League level? Probably not. But he's a natural in the position. He's costing us $3,000 a week. It'll do. It will do. Right, can we get Svanberg in, please? And then I can rest easy. Choose the captain. Steve Cook is... Oh, hang on. No, Simon Francis is the current captain. Tyndall recommends Steve Cook is appointed as captain instead. Clearly is a better choice. Nathan Ake as vice captain. I'm fine with that. Let's warn Simon Francis. He's fine with it, which is good. That's good. Don't want to upset everyone straight away. Steve Cook makes better sense as captain, as he will be playing. Andrew Sermon is out for 6 to 8 days. It gets better and better and better. It gets better and better and better. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Right. Eliasson settling in, which is great. Did we welcome him to the club or not? Did I just not do that? I guess because he's on loan, we kind of don't do it. Alright. I still want another fullback as well. Oh. Because we don't have anyone else. We only have one left back. How long is the guy whose name I forgot? Lloyd Kelly. 3 to 6 weeks. We can survive that. We can survive that. Have we got anyone in the youth team who I just didn't notice who can play at left back? Jordan Zamora. He can play there. I wouldn't advise it. Tyler Cordner. He's alright. I mean, he's not, but he's alright. Maybe. Yeah. Right, we'll do that. It's fine. Right, we're fine. We don't need a left back then. We're absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Right, come on. Svanberg, join the club, mate. It's deadline day. It's deadline day. It's deadline day. We're not taking part because we're not interested in anyone else apart from Svanberg, so we don't need to. And he's there we go. There we go. He's joined. Matthias Svanberg has agreed to join. 5.5 million. Get him in. Cardiff want Sermon. No thanks, especially with that wage contribution. I can't afford him. And wait, what? What? We can recall Harry Arter from his loan. Why wasn't this a thing before? Hang on, you've said all... Why can we suddenly recall him? Now it's deadline day. We couldn't bring him back before. We can bring back Brad Smith as well. He's a left back. Well, obviously we're going to, but like, what? Why wasn't this a thing before? Now I can sell Sermon because we've got Harry Arter again. What is happening? I'm just ending this in a form of confusion. Why can we suddenly recall Harry Arter now, but we couldn't do it before? In the comments, if you've made it this far, please tell me why the entire transfer window I couldn't sign Harry Arter or couldn't bring Harry Arter back. But as soon as I spend all the money on another midfielder, suddenly we now can bring him back. Please explain that to me. Right, well, now the wage budget's completely ruined because I've just brought them back, haven't I? Oh, God. Right, Sermon's got to go now. Can we just not pay any of his wages? I don't care what we get in terms of money. Just get rid of Sermon. Right, Svanberg's in. Good. Simon Francis, welcome him to the club. We've gone over an hour now, but we've got to finish this off. Sermon wants to discuss his future. He's frustrated about not being able to go to Cardiff. Well, that's 2.7 million with no wage contribution. That's literally I don't know what's happening. The whole world's gone mad. You're going to get to join them. Yep, there we go. Good, and I've already accepted it, so he's fine. Right, good. He's... That was the most inevitable thing ever. That's a story in 3 acts, if ever there was one. He's frustrated about not going to Cardiff. Cardiff make an offer, rejects Cardiff. I need you to leave now, though. I need you to go, because we don't... Oh, no. Everything's gone wrong. We've got 56 grand in the hole. I need you to go, and I need you to not... I need you to just leave. Everything's gone wrong. This is... Oh no. We might be able to talk to the board and ask them to raise the wage budget a bit, because that might solve that problem, but otherwise... Oh, God. Right, you've said you wanted to leave. You rejected the move to Cardiff. I think we're just going to have to get rid of him for... The window's... It's closed. The window's closed. The window's gone. It's closed. Oh, no. We're not going to be working within the wage budget. That's not happening. Can we please increase the wage budget? Maxim, get your wallet out. We've suffered a lot of injuries, which is true. I really can't stress out. I really can't... Oh, no. Left behind by our rivals. Okay, well... It started off well, didn't it? It started off well. It's now... This is... I guess this is the joy of it being live, isn't it? We've left the club in financial ruin. 56 grand a week, which we can't do anything with. And we can sell Matt Ritchie's sell-on clause. That's not really going to be enough to cover it. It would have been better if he'd just gone to Cardiff. They offered us 2.7 million and none of his wages. And he then turned it down. So that's fun. Now we have too many midfielders. Now we have too many players. Can we even register all these people now? Eliasson, register him. Svanberg we don't need to register, that's good, that's a relief. Harry Arter, register him. Brad Smith, register him. And all the injured people who are not registered, namely Daniels, Kelly... Well, actually, Kelly doesn't need to be registered, does he? But yeah, Daniels, Brooks and Stanislas. It's a good job you're out for the season, boys, because we can't register you anymore. Just brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. In every conceivable way, I've done an amazing job. Let's just check. Yeah, definitely 9 months, 6 months, 13 months. They cannot possibly play before January. So that's fine. That's okay. We're all right with that. I mean, Andrew Sermon has gone from being a guy I was desperate to keep because we didn't have enough players to being the most hated man ever. What does his promise status say? Because I pleased at being promised to be sold with a bid of 2.7 million was received. Well, it was, and I did, but you said no. Right. Well, in terms of squad depth, we're really good now in midfield. I'm not worried about that at all. We've got Nicholas Eliasson obviously for the wings. We've got Svanberg in, as well as Kovalenko. We've got Harry Arter in, which is great. Sermon, you're never playing again. Your career's now over, and we'll play Billing as probably the deep line playmaker. Or I mean, can Arter play there? Kind of, not amazingly well. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Thank you very much for watching. We'll end things there. Well over an hour. Probably maybe will be an hour if you made it this far. Thank you. Well done. I don't blame you if you haven't. Next time we will start the season. Next time we'll actually play some proper matches. We will probably potentially play the whole of August. We might be able to. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But that's the transfers. Let's end on the transfer screen, and you could admire my genius ahead of Eddie Howe. Let's sort by date, because I didn't let anyone out, did I? I tried to. There we go. What do you think of that? Kovalenko, Svanberg and Eliasson for 11.25 million. Genius stuff, I think. Absolutely genius. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.